and welcome to my end of January, early February, resolution, catch up. So, I have kind of gotten out of the habit of actually broadcasting my goals because a lot of times I just leave these really, ambitious, really difficult for me to keep up with type of things because I basically just, for some reason or another, do a lot of things goal wise that are kind of out of my control. Like, or they're so ambitious and not baked in reality that if I fail for a little bit, then I basically give up. I think last year I tried to do a no spend year. And not oh, I can't buy anything, but I was gonna track all my expenses. And I had put a lot of prep work into it with the tracking aspect because I really enjoy Excel spreadsheets and journaling, but I didn't actually enjoy the process of tracking it. So this year, I'm doing a little bit of that, but I'm simplifying it more so. My three, there might be more than three. My three main goals this year were to finally write my first book, read at least 50% of the year, and then pay off a little bit of my debt. Mostly school debt. I don't really have a lot of other stuff. I know I'm not paying off my house this year. It'd be pretty cool if I could, but 10,000 in student loans would kind of be my main goal. I haven't tracked that one yet. I'm probably gonna do the micropayment route, and it kind of goes hand in hand with my side hustle goals I've had previously, because this one's more of a without using just all my income from my job, more so using, oh no, I have four goals, but using kind of side hustle extra money that I get either from my stocks give me a dividend, or I earn an extra $10 on Swagbucks this month, and I buy a grocery store gift card, and instead of putting that money on my credit card, or not my credit card, but on my debit card, I pay that payment to my student loans. So this fourth one was also to kind of create more content. So that's what we're doing right now. That's why I didn't think about it. But basically, that one, to measure it, I kind of did 50 videos this year kind of goal. Ideally, I would do 104 because I would want to do 2 a week and, get my content all fleshed out. But 1 a week with some in between, a couple videos to be able to breathe here and there. I think that's a little more fair. And that's kind of why if I wait until I have perfect conditions to record or to edit, I'm never going to record. So yes, I will try to tidy up. I'm aware of my background, but if I did that, I wasn't going to record a video. We worked today. Okay? Give me some grace. Thank you. So yeah, we're 4 videos in for January is what we did. So this one I'm recording beginning of February. It'll come out in February sometime. So yeah, we're on track for that one. I just probably need to play catch up 1 or 2 videos per se. And yeah, we will hopefully hit that goal. At this rate, we'll hit 48, which I obviously would like to do more, but I might end up padding that with some TikTok videos and some other not as long form content kind of in there. So I didn't want to do like for the reading goal a like number of books that I'd read because I knew I was gonna cheese that if I did it. My main goal for this goal is to reestablish a love of reading. I haven't read in the last week, so definitely good that the beginning of this year I was going crazy. So, for context, last year I read 2 books. Okay. Sunrise on the Reaping. I read that over the summer. And then the last like 3 weeks of the year, I read Fourth Wing. So, Fourth Wing kind of got me to approach this goal in general. I really enjoyed being back in fantasy. I haven't really been in fantasy since my Percy Jackson and Harry Potter days. So, yeah. So naturally, my first book of the year was Iron Storm. So I loved reading that book, and I did a lot of stats for my books so far. So I started it on the 2nd. I took Christmas or New Year's Day off, but I finished it on the 11th. It took me 10 reading sessions, so I read a little bit every single day. And I gave it 4 stars. I really liked it. I think I'm kind of waiting for that perfect 5-star, and I'm probably going to kind of reflect later and be like, oh, I really gave all of these books really bad ratings, even if I enjoyed the ones I'm gonna give 3 stars later, but I definitely gave them bad ratings because they were infuriating. So my next, well, let's see if I have any other stats. Yeah, I read 31, 27, 62, 40, 102, 75, 35, 104, 20, 119 pages in my reading sessions for that book. Hee. Sorry for the clicking. I don't know how to dampen my microphone sounds yet. And then my next book was Iron Storm. Or Onyx Storm. I keep saying like Onyx Flame and like Iron Storm, but yeah, so I caught up with that series. It was really good. I gave it also 5 stars, or 4 stars. It was more infuriating than the second one, but it was more so like, they were both really like world building heavy, which I really enjoyed. Like, I definitely don't recommend just like, if you read the other 2 books a while ago, I would probably wait until the 4th book came out. I only enjoyed it so much because I was already like back in the world and I had never left really. So my reading sessions for this one, I started on the 12th and I ended on the 17th. So it was 42, 68, 62, 95, 155, 105 pages a day. So 6 reading sessions, and I really, really enjoyed it. I don't know, it was cursed. I think most of the books I've read this year have been cursed in some way, because the next one on that list was Verity by Colleen Hoover. It took me 3 days to read this one. I read 39 pages, 182 pages, and 93 pages. So it was a very fast read. Like, it sucks you in, but it was, I don't know how I feel about it. I need my family members, I need the movie to come out so that way I can actually discuss like how cursed it was. I tried to explain the plot to my fiance and he was very concerned. So, yeah, I don't think I'd recommend it, but like if you're looking for something that has good writing and will just like keep you entertained, sure, why not? Even more cursed, we have The Teacher by Frida McFadden. Oh my gosh, what was this? My mom bought this for me. I was a teacher and I was like, Mom, this book is not I started this one on the 21st and I ended on the 23rd. So again, 2 sessions. I read 27 pages, 189 pages, and 163. So again, like the pacing was really good. It really like keeps you sucked in. But oh boy, what on earth was that? So in January, we read 23 days out of the 31, and that is a 74%. And then just for funsies, we read the first like couple chapters of ACOTAR. That's our next book. I haven't read any more since then, but I will. And we are at 59 pages per day. I think I didn't log one of the days. I might be a little higher, but either way. So yeah, those are the books I've read. Yeah, I don't really know. I definitely recommend the Empyrean series. It definitely made me enjoy reading again. And if you're struggling to read, don't read those other two unless you're like in like a psychological, demented, cursed mindset. So then for our writing goals. So I was like, I just need to get back in doing it. So I had only written a 2,000 words for the month type of goal. It definitely took me later in the month to get into this goal, but then I did like 2,000 words in one day. So I was like, go me, go me. So we have now hit 5,868 words in the normal like settings for like Word that is 18 pages, and for like A5, which I think is what most books are, hard to say, maybe, that is 36 pages. So if you look at it that way, I mean, that's like a tenth of the way there. But I think the actual numbers are like 0.6% there and 12% there. So I think like we're on track to do it this year. I just need to write more often. And I think whenever I read, I get more motivated to write. And whenever I play on my phone, I'm not feeling creative. I'm trying to not see creativity the way that I normally did, where like, oh, if it'll hit me, I'm trying to actually force it out, because once you're in it, it's a lot easier to stick with it. But yeah. Yes, as far as student loans go, I have an unhealthy amount of them, and yeah, I'm just now getting to the point where they're making me pay. So we're gonna try to pay those off quicker, because the interest is more than my principal every single month. So I'll probably do that like as a TikTok series. We'll try. It's painful. I'm also paying for a wedding. I'm not getting into like credit card debt, but I'm definitely not getting like out of like the other debt that I have. So we definitely want to work on that now that we're gonna have combined finances and everything. But yeah, thank you for checking in on my goals with me. Another one is to get a library card. I made that as part of like a TikTok goal. I'll also work on my camera angles. This is great for streaming, but today my double monitor decided to not work, so I'm like looking in places I'm not supposed to look. But we're here. But thank you for hanging out and checking in. And I will see you probably in a video about music instead of random life things. Or I'll see you next month. Bye.